DIOR. 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 Oh. DIOR! 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 Oh, 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 ah. DIOR? Oh! DIOR! Oh! Ah! What? DIOR! Oh! DIOR! DIOR! Hello, gorgeous, beautiful stars. Paris Star Channel here with a new and possibly a very exciting episode, guys, because what is happening? Ta-da! DIOR! DIOR show 5 couleurs. We are actually, well, I am having in my hand a new eyeshadow palette from the limited edition for fall 2023. I always wanted to play with a new DIOR eyeshadow formula, so there you have it. Here we are ready to play with a beautiful and lovely eyeshadows from DIOR, reformulated. We'll see what will happen. So yes, guys, if this is something that interests you, please tune in to my channel, to the party, where we celebrate diversity. Diversity makes us all different, gorgeous, and beautiful. Let's start today's episode. Today's episode is all about the new and limited edition Quint eyeshadows from DIOR. So yes, guys, here we are ready to play with makeup, ready to play with eyeshadows from DIOR New Quint reformulated. What does it mean? Guys, it means that DIOR has absolutely got rid of the talc as an ingredient in their eyeshadows. Absolutely, completely, everything got thrown away and got replaced. Talc is definitely a very controversial ingredient in the year of 2023. There is a lot of knowledge about that ingredient, so I will not dive deep into that. And it is definitely a very remarkable movement from DIOR, so that they throw away all of the old shadows and replace it with the new ones. And there you have it. This is the eyeshadow Quint that I would like to talk about. It has just recently been launched because of the coming fall of 2023. And guys, what do we have? We have the DIOR Show 5 Couleur Dressing à Fard à Paupières Haute Couleur. which is High Color Eyeshadow Wardrobe Longwear Creamy Powder Palette. This is how the product looks like. And yes, not only there has happened a reformulation of the product, they got rid of the talc, that is controversial, but as well the logo. The logo is transforming, is changing, and now the official Dior logo is made with capital letters. Same things happens with Guerlain, for example. I don't know if this is some sort of a new trend. We shall see. It definitely is a very costly, pricey trend because all the products are changing consistently, especially when it comes to Dior. So guys, allow me to unbox it for you. My eyeshadow is in a limited edition. It is 523 Beige Couture. I don't know if you can see it right over here. Limited edition 523 Beige Couture. There has been launched two eyeshadow quints, and for an everyday look, this is the one that I went for. I didn't bought two of them. I wanted to try the formula and the colors and how it's going to look like on my eyelids. So when you're gonna unbox it, this is how it looks like with a new logo. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. There is a logo in here of Dior, and then when you open it, you have a gorgeous mirror right over here, large enough to help you when you're on the go. And then I'm going to first present you the brushes. The brushes are really funny. I mean, this is a fluffy brush with a logo Dior. How silly. And then this is rather like a more precise brush. We're not going to use these ones, but they're here. You know, if you're on the go, if you don't have any other tools, then why not? And then this is the color story. I suppose with a recent latte makeup trend, we might give it a try with these ones and see what will happen. Although some of the latte makeup that I've seen, it's very dark, very, like some makeups, very, very brown dark, while the latte is actually these colors. So this is my own version of how I see latte. But anyway, I digress, guys. So this is the color story. You can see the Dior right over here. And this is what are we going to do, and this is what are we going to create using these eyeshadows. Good. So guys, what I am going to start with, I'm going to take a fluffy brush, just like so. Take the middle shade, and I am going to use that middle shade right over here as my transition shade, okay? What I like absolutely about Dior, when you see those runways, all these beautiful models, they're wearing makeup from Dior, and I'm just like sometimes watching those runways and I'm like, I want it as well. I want to have that look. I want to recreate those looks. And today I'm very happy that I have a chance to test these eyeshadows, because I am very curious how are they going to perform on my eyelids. So yeah, as you can see, this is something what I love about makeup, that you have control. You have control and you can build up. And this is what I can see with these eyeshadows instantly, that the color payoff, it's not in an instant, but it is happening and it is buildable. Allow me to approach for a second so that you can see the difference. The middle shade is right over here. One more dip. And we are building the transition shade just like so. I was definitely looking for the eyeshadows that I can use for every day, and I believe this color story is definitely very interesting. Good. I think we have it. Nice. Now what I am going to do, I am going to take a flat brush, just like so, and I'm going to take the lightest shade right over here. Okay, and I am going to put this over here on my eyelid in the inner corner, going a little bit outwards. Something like a little bit like cutting the crease. So the eyeshadow, the color is definitely very subtle. Something is definitely happening, I can confirm. But if you're a fan of a super punchy in colors out of the space like Pat McGrath, this is not the one. This is probably, I would call it, everyday use eyeshadows that definitely are visible, that definitely doing something, but their color payoff, it's not going to be stunning or overwhelming. I personally don't mind that type of a color payoff, but you are you, you do you. This is the review that, you know, that might help you to decide if these type of an eyeshadows are very subtle and delicate are the ones that are good for you. Good. All right, I think we've got it. Now what I am going to do, I'm going to take another brush. I'm going to take this brush, and now I'm going to take the second shade right over here. Pick it up. We have it, and put it rather more in the outside corner of my eyelid. To define the outside corner. Wonderful. Good. Something is happening, but as I said, the eyeshadows are very subtle. Nonetheless, you can definitely tell that something is happening. Good. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take another brush. I will take this brush, and now I'm going to take this brown right over here. And define a little bit the outside corner. Nice. Yeah, this is where everything comes. It is very cohesive, very, very nice and very cohesive. Good. Nice. I don't think I need more than this. I wonder how do they transfer on my finger. So I'm going to take this lightest one on my finger. Just a little bit. And put in the inner part, on the inner part of my eyelid. So that we can still keep this kind of like brightening. Good. Nice. Okay. And now what I'm going to do, I am going to take one brush like this one, or maybe thinner, maybe like this one, and I'm going to take this color right over here and put it a little bit right over here. Hoping that my my allergy is not gonna kick in, because my eyes are so sensitive, you would not even believe it. Good. And now what I am going to do, I'm going to take, where are you? There you are. I'm going to take a very tiny brush like this one, and I'm going to dip into the darkest brown right over here, and I will try to use this as some sort of a liner, very gently. Good. Awesome. Okay. So far, this is how it looks like. The eyeshadows from a limited collection. This is the eye that it's done, and this is the eye that it's not done. So guys, allow me now to do the other way, the other eye of the camera, and do some finishing touches, and we're gonna come back for the first check-in. Alright guys, so there you have it, first check-in. This is how it looks like, a complete look made by the new reformulated eyeshadows from DIOR, once again in the shade 523 Beige Couture limited edition eyeshadows made for fall of the year 2023, and this is how it looks like. Very pretty. I mean, if you are a type of a person that's looking for super color payoff, that's not the one, because the French makeup is a very subtle, gentle, beautifying type of a makeup that I'm going for as well, and that I'm trying to promote on my channel, and this eyeshadow certainly gives me that vibe. So allow me to show you from the close-up. A beautiful brownie beige couture, they call it, or even the latte latest trend makeup. I think beautiful for every day. Absolutely wonderful. So yes guys, this is how it looks like. I personally like it. As you can see, a little bit of a mascara, and everything works together, connects together. In fact, I personally think that the whole color story in here, it's very well thought, and it's very well cohesive, and it gives me that kind of an effect. Good guys, so that would be all when it comes to this first check-in. Right now, allow me to take you on a walk outside so that we can check and see how this looks like in the natural light, and then we're gonna come back to the studio and check the longevity, because I suppose the longevity of such eyeshadows is important as well, and I'm very curious how are they going to look like after more or less of 10 hours of wearing them. So yes, let's go and jump now to the second check-in outside in the natural light. Hello gorgeous beautiful stars. Paris Star Channel here welcomes you with a natural light, and the natural light started to rain. So I'm like standing under the trees to hide from the rain, but this is as much as you can get, I suppose. So yeah guys, when it comes to eyeshadows from the DIOR, from the new limited edition eyeshadow quint, this is how it looks like. And then if I close my eyes, this is how it looks like. So well, the opinion is yours, you know. You can have your own opinion and your own judgment. I personally like it, but if you would like to fully know my final opinion, you would have to wait for the final check-in, the longevity check-in. So let's go back to the studio, because this... this is what it is, guys, okay? So yeah, let's go back to the studio for a final check-in, the longevity check-in, and my final opinion about the eyeshadows from DIOR. Hello gorgeous beautiful stars. Paris Star Channel here welcomes you with this final check-in when it comes to the new eyeshadow palette, which is called the DIOR Show 5 Couleurs. The eyeshadow quint in a limited edition that is called Beige Couture. And guys, I have been wearing it for a solid few hours, a lot of hours, because it is after 11 in the evening. It is pretty late. I think I have been wearing it for more or less 10 hours, which is a pretty solid longevity test when it comes to the eyeshadow. So allow me to approach so that you can have a look and your own judgment how it looks like after lots of hours of wearing it. And this is how it looks like. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm going to show you myself from side to side. And yeah, guys, this is how it looks like. So when it comes to my opinion, what do I think and what kind of information I would like to share with you while working and having an experience with this product. French makeup is a subtle and gentle makeup. If you are looking for a palette that is super punchy in its color and shades, this is not the one. This is a very... Allow me, I need to open this. As you can see, the color story is really very subtle and very gentle. And this is as much as you can get from that kind of an eyeshadow palette. So if you're looking for super punchy eyeshadow palette, this is not the one. This is the one that is going to give you this kind of like beautiful je ne sais quoi moment. There's nothing there, but there's still something there. You can definitely build beautifully this kind of like fading out eye shape, and you can achieve a really very good effect on your eyelids while using this eyeshadow palette. I personally love it. I personally don't mind that it's gentle and subtle when it comes to the color payoff, because this is exactly what I was looking for. This kind of a very Frenchy je ne sais quoi moment, an eye look that can be seen very often on the runways when you see something is happening but not really. This is exactly that type of the eyeshadows. So for me personally, Paris Star Channel gives a green light to the eyeshadow from a DIOR, a new reformulation. No more talc in the eyeshadows actually does not cause a problem, because as you can see, the eyeshadows, they look and they perform really very well, even if it's even 10 hours. I love it. I think it looks really very cute, perfect look, and I personally love it. So there's no surprise, I suppose, if I'm going to say once again, Paris Star Channel gives a green light to the new latest limited edition eyeshadow palette that has been released for fall of year 2023. Guys, Paris Star Channel here with a little bit of an interruption and a little bit of a super important update about the palette from DIOR. Guys, because, well, I don't know if you know how it's done. I love DIOR. So when I have a chance to test the DIOR and the products from DIOR, I'm definitely overhyped. And I'm definitely very excited. And then I play with the products, and then I give you all the goodness when it comes to the review. And this is how it went with this review. Everything went well through and through, from the application, during the check-ins and the final hours of that, or when I was wearing these eyeshadows. Everything went well, as you can see it on the camera. Of course, it went well. That's why on my review I gave it the green light. But then days after, I took the palette once again and I applied it, and it didn't went as well as it went on an initial day. And then I went with some primers and the other products to lock the makeup to help the eyeshadows, and then it didn't went well again. And I was like, I was confused, because my initial thoughts were great, were wonderful, lovely products. But then I guess this is my own personal issue. I don't know what is happening. Is it because of my eyelids that are difficult, that sometimes become oily, and then it impacts the performance of the eyeshadows? I don't know. I tried it, and what I actually have discovered about these eyeshadows, the reformulated eyeshadows, was that sometimes I have a good days and sometimes I'm having not good days. So I'm coming back to do to you with an update and with my final thoughts. Today I'm wearing these eyeshadows once again. As you can see, the DIOR is disappearing because we were testing each other. We like each other, and so we were testing each other for a few days. And today I decided to come back to these eyeshadows and test it once again. So on this eyelid we are having a primer in the form of a concealer, while on this eyelid we're not having any concealer or anything. And this is how it looks like, guys. So today is that type of a day when it actually looks very good, but sometimes we're having days when it doesn't look good. It actually disappears a little bit. So the longevity is a little bit tricky with this formula, but the most surprise, I guess it happened that this is how it looks like on this eyelid when it's not primed. It's just the eyeshadow. Very confusing. So what I'm trying to say, the longevity is tricky. Sometimes these eyeshadows, they're performing excellent, and sometimes they're not performing really very well. And then the second thing that I would like to talk about, and I guess I haven't really mentioned, and you can actually see it on my swatches once again, is that these three eyeshadows, they're not identical, but they're actually very similar to each other. And I suppose when it comes to such a little eyeshadow, quint, 5 eyeshadows, when within 5 eyeshadows you have 3 that looks very similar, I guess it's a missed opportunity. I wish there would be an extra different eyeshadow, maybe with a different finish or whatnot, and I suppose it would be absolutely wonderful in this, if this middle shade would be something like you can find within the Charlotte Tilbury quads, when one of the eyeshadows is called Pop. And it's designed to pop, to give you that kind of an extra sparkle, shimmer and whatnot, just to give you pop. With this quint, nothing pops. Quite the contrary. As you can see, it is a very nice everyday makeup, but nothing pops. And I think it's a missed opportunity, because when you have 5 eyeshadows, it's good to have something that would be different. For me, these 3 eyeshadows, they're really very similar. So I suppose it's up to you to decide if this eyeshadow palette is for you, but I'm trying to pass you as many information as possible so that you can make your own purchase decision. For example, these days you have the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude eyeshadow palette that has so many eyeshadows, and some of them, they're this kind of like pop eyeshadows. And if you would compare the price with a DIOR and with the Natasha Denona, the price is actually very comparable. So yes, that is the update, and that is something that I wanted to pass on to you. And eventually what I want to say is that Paris Star Channel does not give a green light to the DIOR Show 5 Couleurs eyeshadow palette, but Paris Star Channel gives an orange light to this new formulation eyeshadow palette designed for fall 2023. It is a tricky palette. Sometimes it works nice, sometimes it doesn't work. And I deeply believe that there is a missed opportunity while creating these 3 eyeshadows, because they look similar and they could use the opportunity and create something new that would give me that kind of an extra cherry on a cake that would give me pop and shimmer. So yes, guys, Paris Star Channel gives eventually an orange light to the Dior Cinq Couleurs eyeshadow palette. So that's all, guys, when it comes to this update, but I wanted to share it with you that I cannot sign myself perfection under this this eyeshadow palette because there are things that has to be updated and I have to talk about them. So yes, guys, that would be all when it comes to this episode and this review. Thank you so very much for watching. Thank you so very much for tuning in to my channel and celebrating with me diversity. Because, guys, diversity makes us all different, gorgeous, and beautiful. It's time to say goodbye, so see you soon in the next episode. But as for now, guys, bye-bye now. Mwah!